Okay, so this is going to begin on page 155, and this was supposed to be done yesterday for today's class. The first question asks if it's a function, so you look at each input and find out if there's more than one line away from it. There is not, so this is going to be a function. Each input value is paired with only one output value. Looking at number 5, looking at the input value, always check input. Input's going to be the key. You can see there's more than one line going away from here. So this is a no-no. This is not a function. The input value is paired with more than one output value. All right, continuing on. This is identifying a function from a table. And basically what you want to do is to look at your input. You don't want any number in the inputs to repeat. If any input repeats, it's not going to be a function. Since none of these numbers repeat, I would say that this table is a function. Example B, once again, you're going to look only at the input. Look to see if any input repeats. In this case, a 1 repeats. So since the 1 is repeating, we would say that this table is not a function. So just like the mapping, you look at the input, and you want to have input used once only. On number 6, it asks you to reflect. It says, what must be true of the first column of a table to represent a function? Well, we just talked about how nothing in the first table can repeat. If they do repeat, that means that the input value is used more than once. So they all must be different numbers, because if a number is repeated, then that input value is paired with more than one output value, and the relationship is not a function. Feel free to pause here if you want to copy down that answer, but your book should have some information in it. Okay, so these two examples are not in your textbook. Example A on the left, is this a function? Take a look. What do you think? So I see the 4 being used here and here. There's an input that's used twice. That cannot be allowed in a function. So this is not a function. Problem B. Look at the input only. Is anything being used more than once? Nope, nothing repeats, so this would be a function. Okay, so pause the recording for a couple minutes. Try the your turn problems, and then come on back. Okay, looking at problem number 7. Keep in mind we only focus on the input. Is anything here being used more than once? That answer is no. It is a function. Each input value is paired with only one output value. On problem 8, take a look at your inputs. You should discover that the 8 is used more than once. That's not permitted, so this would not be a function. The input value 8 is paired with more than one output value. Okay, now we're going to use graphs. And I think that graphs are the easiest ones to determine whether or not it's a function. Let's look at their method first. Then I'll show you my method. So this graph shows hours studied and what an exam grade is. So they're going to say that the hours studied determine your exam grade. They have a lot of points placed. Each one represents a student. saying how many hours they studied and what the resulting exam grade is. Each one of these points was written down. So here's 170, 170, 270, 270, 285, 285, etc. So each of these points was placed down in ordered pairs. And then you examine the input. You examine the X value. And what's discovered is that a 2 is used twice and a 9 is used twice. So that tells me this is not a function because an input value was put down twice. The 2's were used twice, as were the 9's. That's not the way that I do it, though. This is what I do. And you are free to use this method anytime you wish. I look vertically up the grid. Above each number, I look vertically up the grid. And I do what's called the vertical line test. When I draw a line vertically, it can only touch one point. This is a problem. I have 1, 2 points that I touch. Automatically, this is not a function. I don't list all the points out. I just look to see if when I try my vertical line test, is there going to be just one number on my vertical line, 1 point? And if the answer is yes, then the graph itself is a function. However, if the answer is no, this is not going to be a function. Now, when they ask you for a reason, they don't want you to say that it failed the vertical line test, although that's what it did. It failed our test in 2 places, on the 2 and on the 9, on the 2 and on the 9. It failed. They want you to say that the 2 is paired with the 2 is paired with both 70 and 85. The 9 is paired with both 90 and 95. They want you to talk about how the input values are paired with more than one output value. You can't just say it failed the vertical line test. Okay, here's an additional example. Keep in mind these additional examples are not going to be in your textbook. So looking at this graph, it talks about the width of a sticker compared to its length. And these stickers are being sold at the art store. Is it a function? Why or why not? It does say it explained underneath here, but you just can't see it because of my blocking of my answer. So use your vertical line test. Are you touching more than one point up any vertical line? You don't touch anything more than one, so it's going to be a function. For each x value, there's only one y value. Okay, reflecting. It says many real-world relationships are functions. For example, the amount of money made at a car wash is a function of the number of cars washed. So if I have 7 cars washed, I'm going to have a dollar amount that I make. If I have 10 cars washed, I'll have a different dollar amount that I make. I'm not going to wash 10 cars twice and have 2 different dollar amounts. It's always going to be the same amount of money for 10 cars, so that's a real world function. Do you have another one you want to share? Most students didn't. So their example is the amount earned at an hourly wage is a function of the number of hours worked. So if you work this many hours, you'll always get that amount of money. You get that money earned. If you change your hours, what you earn will change. But you're not going to work 4 hours and make $10, then work 4 hours and make $20. Doesn't work that way. Whatever hours you work controls how much money you have. Again, here's a your turn problem. So read the instructions, pause, come on back. Okay, so the graph shows a relationship between the heights and weights of the members of a basketball team. Is the relationship represented by the graph a function? Well, try your vertical line test. I look at it and I see that it fails twice. It fails, whoops, there, and it fails here. It twice fails the vertical line test. So this is not a function. The input values are paired with more than one output value. Now I don't like this. I don't like what they did down here because all they do is talk about the 70. They don't talk about the 71. So 71 also made it fail. And that's the end of our lesson.